James is having tacos today, so there's some pumpkin seeds and avocado on some of this stuff. So you might think it's weird that I gave him some broccoli with his taco toppings and fries.
It's good and healthy.
But I mean, the crumble is made of cauliflower, it seems. So anyway, I was gonna give him one of these in the tacos, but then I forgot. So I'll try that in a taco another time, because those things are hot. Maybe that little Nashville style hot should be like this big instead on the page.
Oh, those, I had a couple of those.
Yeah.
Was that yesterday?
Very hot.
And I maybe still experiencing a bit of the aftertaste.
We're going to talk about The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, The Legends of Tomorrow, Anyone But You, and Harry Wild, whatever. And James is going to talk about, it looks like Hebrew.
Biblical Hebrew and
Yeah.
Aramaic
Yeah.
as well. And then Biblical Hebrew vocabulary cards. And then maybe a little
Did
bit
that help you?
of the vocabulary cards.
Yeah, did that help you study?
Well, I'm going to have to do some.
It's a really cool thing.
Vocabulary cards are awesome. So,
So did you buy that at the university when you were...
I believe so, yeah. I
you
got
want me to take that?
if you would, just while I'm showing people what's wrong with this.
Oh,
Sorry.
oh, that's
Yeah,
okay.
it's just, I better take it from the front. They are numbered. There are, as I
Oh, and you don't
recall,
want them to get in.
roughly 1,000 in
He
it.
likes keeping things in.
I like keeping them in order because sometimes they have them in frequency of occurrence.
Oh,
So,
well, that is useful, isn't it?
yeah. Okay. So this one actually has the vowels marked. You see how they put the vowels underneath? But the real script doesn't have those vowels in there.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly right. Those were put in by the Masoretes. They say, or at least a couple of sources I've run across. Wow, what is this? They actually, some of the stuff I was looking at didn't have the vowel marks in. Why? Is everything I'm pulling up? You do have the vowel marks. That's why I brought the pencil. You know, I was going to put the vowel marks in these using this. So I'm going to show. This is actually pretty good. I think it's basically 1,000 words. Yeah, and 1,000 words isn't enough. Like if you can get stuff for the Oriental languages that use the Chinese script, even Korean. A lot of people think, oh, they've got their own script, but they're more classical stuff that's written in the Chinese script. So you can get some. I've got one in for Korean and for Chinese and for Japanese. It gives you the first 2,000 words. They claim, at least, that you need those words to, well, the symbols, the Chinese symbols, you need those in order to be able to read a newspaper. It's a little bit more complicated than that because, especially in Chinese, they're combined. And, you know, oftentimes it's two, those symbols to make up a new word. So, I'll get to these after Pauline. She's got a lot of stuff to review. We got to make sure we get through those.
so first I'm going to review the taco, and we'll see what James has to say about that. I didn't add any seasoning or anything to it. The crumble already looks that orangey color that you have in tacos, and so I thought I'd try it just plain, and it's too plain, having it just without the seasoning, honestly. But I gather they would have done this so that they could, so you have the option of, like, there's a picture of a pasta dish on the back and this, but honestly, having tried that, I think it's an awesome idea, cauliflower crumble instead of ground round.
Well, it'd be way healthier, right?
Yeah.
Where round is unhealthy, and cauliflower is probably
And
pretty good.
well, I was excited to try this because I don't like the veggie ground round either. Although it's the right color, it's the right, as far as I can see, it's the right
Consistency?
Everything, like the weight of it and everything. This is too light. This doesn't feel meaty enough. So if I were to replicate this product or go something off of this, I would use, I'd probably use cauliflower pulp and mix it with shiitake mushrooms. to get the same sort of thing. That's what I do. But that's just me. So, we'll see what James has to say about it.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to eat those on camera because it's going to be really ugly. Yeah,
Okay.
stuff all over the place, and
sure.
I'll be, having to pick stuff. Like I already dropped a little bit of lettuce on the ground, so composting it basically. Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine.
But I already chucked it out in the yard. And
if I'd had lettuce, I would have put
get
lettuce there,
recycled
but I
that
have
way.
Napa cabbage.
So what I'm going to be doing is eating some of the broccolis and these fries.
French fries.
But understand, the fries are not, just because I'm launching into them doesn't mean they're the high point of the meal or anything
No,
like that.
he will like that best. Or
Yeah, it's just I don't want to be so undignified as to munch into those on camera.
So the Hunger Games. So this has a new couple.
I thought
Featured.
the woman looked different.
Yeah, different woman, different man.
They look fairly nondescript. What's their
And
acting like?
There's different everybody in this really. There's Viola Davis is playing a big bad leader sort of thing, and honestly, watching this, I realized, like, for a long time I was saying, yeah, Viola Davis is a pretty good actress.
Yeah.
And she's pretty good. But she's not as good as Denzel Washington. And
He's done a variety of different things. Jamie Foxx is better than her because he's done a variety of
I
different
think both
roles.
of them, honestly. So he's great. So I don't know. I realize that there's been a push to get more color into onto the silver screen, and that's great. But
Depends on how far you
I
push it.
want to be honest about it and say she's not as good as those two.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, and honestly, for a long time I was saying Meryl Streep, she's really great. And she's good. But there have certainly been actors that are better than her.
Not many. I think that guy who died of a heroin overdose.
Yeah, I was
better.
thinking of him too.
I mean, he did such a variety of things, but she did.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did
awesome.
a variety of things, and she's good with the languages, accents, I should say. But yeah, the most amazing thing, I can remember him playing kind of like a shy guy, and then he's playing a baseball manager in. It's in the show about Billy Bean with Brad Pitt, and he's like spitting tobacco and scratching his crotch and all that sort of stuff. And I go, wow, that's and doing it convincingly. I've always seen baseball managers. He reminded me a bit of Don Zimmer or something like that.
But anyway, having said that, I think that they did a good job casting Viola Davis in this role, because they have this young woman here. Let's see what her name is. She must be Rachel Zegler. Is that no? That can't be right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must be it.
Does she look German? Ziegler is someone who lays down bricks, bricklayer maybe,
Well,
or brickmaker.
she's mixed race, so she could be
Oh,
part
it could be
German,
anything.
part, I don't know.
Yeah.
And Tom Blythe must be the guy who's playing her love interest. So, anyway, yeah, Rachel Zegler. So, anyway, I realize if you're going to have the leading lady who's having to fight in the Hunger Games being having the darker complexion, you don't want to have somebody with a lighter complexion being the big bad guy. And honestly, probably not even a man with a darker complexion. So they did a good job casting Viola Davis in this role for that reason. But honestly, it just, what's going on with the movies, in the movies and some TV shows and stuff lately, it just reminds me, it feels so forced that it puts race right in the foreground when it hasn't been there. So it's but I'll get to that in a little bit. I mean,